So many of us, myself included, have gotten readings, whether it's through dowsing rods, cards, any type of divination, right? We had confirmed that a certain somebody had passed away. And I just wanted to come on here and talk about how can it be that so many people can confirm this type of event and have it be wrong. Especially like in my case, I asked, is he alive? Has he passed? And I asked so many clarifying questions because I know in the nature of specifically dowsing rods, you have to ask clarifying questions because you're getting just a yes or a no. Like you don't get any more information than that. So I first wanted to start by saying dowsing rods are reading energy, okay? They're not reading headlines. They are not factual. They are not scientific. They're reading energy and they are reading intuition. So when there are like thousands or even millions of people speculating and focusing on one specific event or putting all of their energy worrying about a certain thing, such as somebody passing away, that collective energy can become so strong that it feels like reality. The divination tools pick up on the energy, so really what we're reading is the energy. So sometimes what we're reading is like the intensity of the public's fear, thoughts, worry, expectations, just like the collective as a whole, because there is so much energy around that one topic. In other situations, it's also possible for it to be like a symbolic situation, right? So that's why after my first video, I made another video to ask more clarifying questions because I did not include that in my first video. And I wanted to narrow it down and make sure that this wasn't just like a symbolic thing about like, is he unalive? But like, that could mean multiple things, right? So I wanted to make a clarifying video and I made a second video and I asked a bunch of clarifying questions, and all of those clarifying questions still pointed to the fact that he was no longer with us. So even when we're all picking up on the same collective energy, it doesn't mean that it's reality and it doesn't mean that it's fact. It just means that we're all tuned in to the same collective energy field. This is why I always tell people to use your own discernment. Divination is about exploring possibilities. It's about feeling the energy around a situation. So if you get a reading from somebody, you will always see a disclaimer, and you should always, like, if you are going to somebody for a reading, they should have a disclaimer that says, like, they will not give you any medical or legal advice because, like, they should not be doing that. Like, that's not ethical. So bottom line, closing statement, energy doesn't always translate into actual, literal, physical reality, okay? So I hope that sort of clarifies things, and it doesn't necessarily mean that the rods were lying, right? It just means that the energy that they were reading is not what we are actually living in. So I hope that explanation is helpful, and I hope it makes sense.